It's time for a bourbon break, and today we are finishing our bottle of Evan Williams single barrel. Evan Williams is a very well-known brand, but their single barrel has a bit of a cult following. Evan Williams is considered sort of a value brand, right? It's a lower price bourbon. But if you look at their single barrel offerings, it all comes from obviously one barrel, but the barrel is personally selected by the master distiller. And it's very tasty. I don't know any other way to describe it, but they clearly take their best bourbons and they put them into a slightly pricier package. So I'm having this. And I'll do a tasting after Divya tells us a little bit more about it.
Okay, so on the website itself, it is described as Evan Williams single barrel bourbon is handcrafted and specially selected by our master distillers, as you mentioned. A 5-time winner of Whiskey of the Year. It's our most premium and decorated bourbon that measures up to exacting standards. It's 86.6% proof, and it has a delicate amber gold color. On the nose, it's supposed to have a dark caramel, sweet oak, and charred wood. Taste is supposed to be lush and spicy, oak with honey, apple, and orange notes.
Like you can taste a little. We've clearly been drinking this one, sipping on it, and I will say that on the nose, sweet caramel is right. It smells nice, pleasant. There's no sharp alcohol. But the taste is really what drives it home.
Yeah, actually, there's char, but in a good way. It's very pleasant.
In terms of flavor, so mouthfeel and then overall quality, it's very smooth. There's no sharp bite to it, no sharp alcohol. In terms of flavor, it is like a nice, mild, lasting sweetness. And it's got this great body to it. So it's got a little bit more, it's a thicker body, got a little bit more mouthfeel to it. And I would say that it's just overall pleasant. I don't notice a lot of spice on it. I mainly get like smooth honey notes on it.
I got some spice. I'll take one more.
I don't think it's a high rye content, so it's not a rye spice.
I mean, I'm not picking up a ton of alcohol, but I think any spice is alcohol. It's all at the front.
Okay, so a little heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, this is a very drinkable bourbon. If you had a friend who didn't necessarily like bourbon and you were going to pour something out, this is what I would pour out.
So I would say two things. One is for budgets, this is probably the cheapest sipping bourbon you can buy.
Agree.
And then, as Mike mentioned, if you are getting into sipping bourbons, this is a great place to start. You're not going to break the bank. It is not terribly complex.
It's easy flavors to understand.
Yeah. And also it's a brand and it's a label you can trust. Plus, I've had the success of finding several bottles from the same barrel, from the same distributor. So I've had probably 3 different bottles from barrel 1578. And maybe I'm just getting a really good barrel, but you see it and you get this comfort of I know exactly what this is going to taste like.
I think it's also the only dated bourbon.
It is 8 years. So 8 years is nothing to downplay. Yeah, exactly. It's 8 years. 8 years for $25.
Yeah.
That is a very good bargain.
All righty.